Most people think they're tired because they work too much. The truth is darker. You're exhausted because your brain is doing jobs it shouldn't. Every day, your mind runs background processes, remembering, deciding, prioritizing, rewording, checking, doubting, and restarting the same thoughts repeatedly. Here's the math. Each mental task steals 1 minute. 10 tasks repeated hourly quietly erase hours from your life daily. Most people try to fix this with motivation, more discipline, more effort. That's the trap. Effort doesn't remove mental load. Structure does. Smart people don't think harder. They design workflows that think for them. And now, AI quietly makes that possible for everyday life. This isn't about replacing work, it's about replacing friction. The invisible pauses where you think, hesitate, rephrase, or second-guess yourself. Here's the first mental task AI replaces: remembering what matters. Most people keep priorities in their head. That's why everything feels urgent. Your brain prioritizes noise over importance, a biological reality rather than a weakness. It is simply bad at managing priority storage. A simple shift: let AI hold a living priority list, updated daily so your mind stops rehearsing what it shouldn't carry. Mental task 2: deciding how to start. Most people stall not from laziness, but from too many possible first steps. Here's the truth. Starting is a design problem. When the first action is unclear, the brain delays to avoid cognitive pain. AI fixes this by converting goals into the next tiny action. Not plans, just the next move. Momentum follows clarity. Mental task 3: rewriting thoughts, emails, notes, messages. Most people burn energy translating ideas into acceptable words all day long. Here's the trap. Language feels light, but phrasing drains focus. Every rewrite steals attention from deeper thinking and real decisions. AI becomes your translator. You think roughly. It refines calmly. Your brain stays in meaning, not formatting. Mental task 4: remembering what you already decided. Most people reopen decisions daily, paying the cost again and again. Here's the truth. Decision fatigue isn't about choices. It's about revisiting settled ground. AI can log decisions and reasoning automatically. Mental task 5: context switching. Every time you change tasks, your brain reloads the environment like an old computer. Most people miss this. Switching isn't free. It taxes attention, mood, and patience. That's why days feel busy but empty. AI workflows batch context. Similar tasks grouped. Clear transitions. Your mind stays in one mode longer, with less recovery cost. Mental task 6: self-monitoring. Am I behind? Should I be doing more? This internal commentary never turns off for most people. Constant self-checking feels responsible, but it fractures focus. External systems monitor progress better than anxious thoughts will. Mental task 7: planning from scratch. People reinvent schedules instead of refining them. Novelty feels productive, but it is wasteful. AI turns planning into iteration. Reuse what worked. Adjust what didn't. Planning becomes maintenance, not invention. Mental task 8: holding unfinished loops. Open tabs, half ideas, loose ends. Your brain treats them as threats needing attention. Here's the trap. Closure doesn't require completion. It requires capture. AI stores unfinished thoughts so your mind can release them. Mental task 9: motivation management. I don't feel like it. Most people wait for energy instead of designing for low-energy days. The truth: motivation follows movement. AI suggests tasks matched to your energy, reducing resistance instead of fighting it. Mental task 10: reflecting alone. Most people never process their days. Lessons repeat because nothing captures the pattern. AI becomes a mirror. It summarizes behavior, highlights trends, and asks better questions than your tired brain ever will. When these 10 tasks disappear, something strange happens. You don't feel faster, you feel quieter, and clarity replaces urgency. This is where most people misunderstand productivity. The goal isn't doing more. It's thinking less about what doesn't matter. Isn't the brain. It's the scaffolding, the external mind that holds structure, so your internal mind can create, decide, and rest. Here's the counterintuitive truth. Freedom comes from constraints. When systems decide defaults, you regain choice where it counts. Time will pass either way. With mental clutter, it disappears unnoticed. With structure, it becomes visible, usable, and truly intentional. You don't need all of this today. Start with one task, one workflow, one place where your brain can finally rest. Most people wait for someday. Successful people build systems on ordinary days when nothing feels dramatic or urgent. Here's the real promise: fewer decisions, fewer restarts, fewer mental loops, and more energy for the work that actually matters. You don't need more discipline. You need fewer invisible jobs draining you. That's what this workflow quietly gives back. Start small. Replace one mental task today. Let the system carry it tomorrow.